Welcome to your daily dose. My name is Robert. This is my trainee, apparently, Susan. And we started this with a really fun thing. I'll put this there, that we started with by saying, I don't know, which is really what we do when we come on to these doses. We don't know what's going to happen in the next 5 minutes. And in a fun tangent, we played, this started, I think, about 2 months ago. We play in the Jam for Joy, a game at the top of mini meetings where I spin the emotional wheel, and it's 87 emotions from Brene Brown, Atlas of the Heart. And we all chant, I don't know, I don't know. And yeah, up comes an emotion, and then that's our secret emotion of the day. And we talk about that emotion, how we feel about it, and then we lock it up. And anybody who says that emotion over the next hour does what, Susan?
Hopes that everybody else notices and we all start screaming and going crazy.
The short of that is we scream real loud. Ah! It's an homage to Pee-wee's Playhouse. Yes, of course. So, yeah. Whether or not people notice, it happens. Let me bring that up because you did that the other day and you seemed bothered by the fact that people didn't hear you.
You misunderstood me.
Okay.
I was praising the one person who did. It had nothing to do with the people who didn't. I was so tickled. And she, the second time it happened, she was looking at me like, you and me, sister, we're on a wavelength. It was so, that's what it was about.
And I get that. So let's bring, this is good. This is, I'll put this under challenges of a Zoom class. When moments happen between two people that don't happen between the rest, they can feel really good for those two people and they can feel disrupting for the rest. Yes, and to both. That was a good moment for you. It was a bad moment for me because I was like, I don't want you taking attention away from the group, even though I understand you're validating her. It's the same way when a couple players, and I know I can safely call out Tom because he knows this way, likes to throw a joke. Carl is the same way. Love them. They like to throw in a little pot shot. Carl was doing that last night by taking a negative stance on something, denial or something. And again, he was having fun. And I have to gently say, I get it. I know what it is to chase a bit. And we're here for the room. And then I have to gently reset, right? So what do you think about that? Because you see it on both sides. I know you do.
I love the way you structured Yaks, and it's very much in that direction. I'm really glad to have the perspective added to the fact that I missed it on my own. I'm glad to have this little bit of insight from you. There's a kindness and a warmth and a real group supportive friendliness that is quite characteristic of Yaks. And we should always do all the things we can do to support that. And it's one example. So
you said that. Thank you. It really is. It's about the room. And, Sharon, Twitchy Woman, and her husband were in Barcelona, and they came to the live improv Jam for Joy we did there. And Sharon's husband took a moment and he says he listens to the side sometimes when she's playing.
Oh, really?
But this is the first time seeing it live. And he took a moment to the side. And it's not the first time I've heard it, but it's always nice when I do, saying, you've really got a way. It's the way you talk to people. It's the way you clearly address them and make them feel. And you've seen this where, I'll go down on one knee next to somebody and like either hold their hand or put a hand on their shoulder, as they're maybe going through a freeze or, some kind of, I can see the emotional distress. And this isn't to call out me. I feel I'm serving the room, right? It's about the room, and making that person look and feel great in that moment doesn't just make them look and feel great. It makes the whole room go, that could be me. I can have a freeze up moment. And I wish someone would, just like I wish someone would be there for me when I have my freeze up moments, It's serving the room and each other.
It creates a safety in advance.
Yeah.
That makes sense, if you understand what I mean.
I do. And, from a performance standpoint, we've talked about this too. It's the same when a performer calls out an audience member in a kind way, says, I love you, that was amazing, or what you're doing right now is awesome. Everyone in the audience falls in love with the performer for shining the light on that person in a loving way.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I get chills. Remember we talked about the body sensations? I get chills right now thinking about that when I've seen that happen.
Yeah.
Let's come
Yeah.
back and talk about body sensations with story or moments like that, because we just did a day one on this. And I'd love to hear your more takes on it. Okay.
On the next dose, I forgot to set a timer, so I don't know where we are.
Yeah, let's go come back.
Okay.
See you in a minute.
See ya.